Hi guys, and welcome back. In today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are asking, why are people jealous of you? What is it about yourself that makes others jealous, envious, all that good stuff? You can ask about people in general or specific people that you have on your mind, just whatever you want. Use the reading how you choose. But anyway, that's the topic. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we have 3 groups to choose from. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. For group 1 today, we have a blue agate geode half, polished. For group 2, we have an amethyst window stone. And for group 3, a rough piece of tourmaline. So as always, take as much time as you need to decide which group or groups that you feel most drawn to. And when you're ready, please go ahead and click the corresponding timestamp in the description box below this video. And I will see you in just a second in your reading. Hi group 1, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose this beautiful blue agate geode half today. So the topic for today's Pick a Card Tarot reading is what makes people jealous of you? Why are your haters jealous? People in general jealous? Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. Okay, so let's start with the Norse mythology cards. So we have Embla in reverse. Embla is the first human woman, and we have Durin, which is the doorkeeper, and it says navigation. And it is also in reverse. People want to block your way. They do not want you to move ahead. So just the desire to block you from moving forward, that tells me that these people are intimidated by you. Okay, so there's something about your power that is very intimidating to these people who are jealous of you. It's not just jealousy, it's intimidation. They feel a strong need to block you, to stop you from moving forward. They want your foundation to crumble because they feel threatened by it. They feel intimidated by it for some reason. So just your power, your presence, your power is detectable by these people, and they don't like it. They feel threatened. With Embla here, the first human woman in reverse, you might have some, for most of you here, you're women, but if you're male, just hold on a second. But they might just perceive that you have some traits that they don't typically associate with women. A power to you, maybe a really strong masculine energy, and maybe it's unexpected and these people feel threatened by it. But there's something about something in your traits that people are jealous of. You have traits and qualities that people don't expect from you as a woman. And if you're male, it might just be the reverse of that. Or if you're male, I feel like it's, I don't know, maybe some of your traits just threaten the masculinity of other men, if that kind of makes sense. And that might even apply if you're a woman. Like, there's something about you that's, I'm hearing formidable, okay? Formidable, intimidating, a threat. So there might be something about you that threatens the masculinity of men around you. But yeah, they feel the need to stop you, to block your way, to make it difficult for you to move forward, if not stop you altogether. Whoa, so a rough way to get started here. Group 1. Okay, so from the attribute cards, we have the, excuse me, we have the gambler upright, and we have the vampire in reverse. So we'll just take the shadow attribute on that, which says depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. And from the light attributes on the gambler, it says willingness to follow intuition, even when others doubt you. I feel like maybe some of you have really strong leadership qualities, right? And then people rely on this, right? They become dependent on it. They become energy vampires in a way. And they depend on your leadership, but at the same time, they don't want to admit that you are this strong, powerful leader, and they want to reverse you. they don't want to admit that they need you. They don't want to admit that they need your advice, that they're trying to follow you, that they're kind of dependent on you in some way. I want to say it's some type of leadership trait about you, more so than love for most of you, but it could be love. They don't want to admit that they love you and need you and feel codependent emotionally. But I feel like for most of you, this is some type of leadership kind of trait. So obviously we could be picking up people at work here that might be jealous of your success, or even bosses that feel like they should be leading, but they're dependent on your advice, but they don't want to admit that you're leading them, basically, because they're supposed to be the leader, if that kind of makes sense. I feel like, some people are jealous because it just seems like things come easy to you with the gambler there. Like you just lucked into a lot of things in your life, even though you probably worked hard for it. It probably wasn't luck for most of you. You just seem to know where you're going. And it's just leadership. People are threatened that you know the way and they don't, and they want to be perceived as the leader. So this feels like jealous bosses to me in a lot of ways, or threatened masculinity. Or this could be like something as simple as, like, maybe you are a very physically strong woman, or you work in construction or something, because all of this in these buildings is making me think construction. So that must apply to somebody here. Like you work in kind of a tougher trade, and maybe it threatens some people, or I don't know. I hope that's kind of making sense, but let's see. Okay, so got a lot of reversals here in group 1. So from the Animal Spirit Oracle, we have the black egg and we in reverse, and we have the horse in reverse. So the black egg is throat chakra energy. Somebody doesn't want you to speak. And with the horses are about freedom. Someone doesn't want you to be free. Someone doesn't want you to say something. And I just see her hand like covering her throat right here as well. So someone doesn't want you to speak up. I don't know. It's like they want to take your ideas in secret and then say them out loud in front of other people, and they get the credit for it. It's like they want to secretly use you for your intelligence or your insights or your skill or something like that, and then they want to claim the credit for it. And they don't want anyone to know about this. Or it could be some of you actually have information this person doesn't want you to speak. Maybe you know their secrets. Maybe you have some screenshots. Maybe something like that. But yeah, they want to block your voice. They want to block something here. They do not want you speaking something. And they don't want you free. Like I said, they want to stand in your way. They want to break you so you don't want to move forward, so that you cannot move forward. Because your power threatens them. That's the whole thing. These people are not just jealous, they are intimidated. Wow. Hold on. I need to go find a deck. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I just felt called to grab a deck that I hadn't pulled out. So let's go ahead and pull your tarot now. So Spirit, can you tell us more about these people? Why are they jealous of group 1 and intimidated, as it seems? Why are they jealous? Why are they scared? Why are they threatened? They might be, I keep being drawn to the destruction and chaos on this card. They're afraid that you can destroy something, or that maybe you have, or they want to destroy something of yours. There's something about destruction here. And they see all these stars here. They see star potential. I'm sorry. I'll get into the tarot in a minute. There's just more coming through. There's star potential in you, and they want to suppress that. They want to block it. They don't want you to achieve that potential because they just want to use you. They see your potential. They see your talent. They see your skills. They want to take it. They want to take it and make it theirs, if that kind of makes sense. Okay, so tarot, we have the 4 of Cups in reverse. You don't take no for an answer. You do not take no for an answer. People do not like that, and it makes them want to suppress you more. We have the 3 of Wands. So again, leadership, enterprising. They don't want you to go off and do something on your own. For some of you, I'm getting the kind of dynamic of like almost almost like a parent that's kind of codependent on you and doesn't want you to escape, wants to keep you controlled, might use subtle manipulations to control you. Something like that. They don't want you to escape. They don't want you to be free. They do not want you to explore your potential. They want you to be Four of Cups, right? Where you have this cup being offered to you and you ignore it because you're too lethargic or busy or bored or something. They want you to be that, but it's reversed because you're not. And it bothers them. It really bothers them that you have this energy, this potential, this power. Because the Three of Wands, it's very Jupiterian. This is Jupiter energy, which is expansive. It's big. They know your energy is expansive and big. Like, you see all this purple with the stars in it? This is like big, powerful, universal soul energy. It's like radiating from you. These people know that. They can feel it and they want to take it and they want to suppress it. Because they're threatened. These are weak, threatened little people. Okay, so we have Judgment. So they might be saying Six of Swords. And I was noticing these boats on this card here. Boats. They don't want you to move on. They don't want you to move forward. They don't want you to stay afloat. Like, there's some like bad energy here, group one, for some of you. I think you know the severity of the people around you. So take things as they resonate. But it's almost like they want you to be lost at sea. They don't want you to find your direction, right? This Durin here, this navigator. They don't want you to have your navigation. They kind of want you to feel lost. They kind of want you to feel dark, lost at sea. They don't want you to find their way. They want you to be dependent on them. They want you to, it's like in their head, they want to like invert things. Some of them, they might just have like this personality disordered thing where they see your skills and potential, and then for somehow in their head, they flip it around and they think it's theirs. I don't know. It's confusing. Like, I'm getting this energy of wanting you to beg for something, wanting you to beg them, wanting you to need them. Like they have a need for you to need them. I think it's because they obviously need you. They're the one that's codependent on you and your ideas or your skill or whatever it is they're taking from you with this vampire energy. They want you to beg for their forgiveness. They want you to apologize. I don't know what that is. That's probably a very specific message for somebody, but I feel the need to say it. They want you to feel lost so that they can guide you and they can prove to themselves that they are the leader and not you. This is dark, group one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. These people are in your field. Okay, so we have the King of Swords. Because I was intending this reading to be a little bit more, I don't know, little petty stuff. Some people here they have bad intentions for you, and I'm sorry. So King of Swords, your intelligence, your leadership skills, your intuition, your power. It's just your power, your skills, your capability, your potential. They're jealous of all of it, and so jealous they have to tear it down. And the butterfly here, it's giving freedom, just like the horse. They hate your freedom. For some of you, I might be picking up on somebody that you've already moved away from, that you've already kind of escaped from. And this person doesn't like that. They're like really upset that you have escaped their clutches. It's pathetic. It's pathetic of them. Some of you might also just have a really fit body, I'm kind of getting. And that's maybe a little intimidating to some people. I'm getting the stomach area especially. I don't know why stomachs and torsos, something about that's coming through. I don't know what that means. Maybe some of you just have a really nice abdomen that people are jealous of. I don't know. There's also just, again, this freedom in being a woman. Maybe some of you would just break out of traditional feminine gender norms or something like that. And people don't like the freedom that that gives you. I'm also seeing a calculator. You know, like one of those old physical calculators before we had phones. I don't know what that means. Maybe some of you work with numbers a lot or something like that. Adding or like calculating, you've calculated some kind of mistakes that this person has made and they're upset about it. I don't know what that means. It's obviously specific for somebody here. Okay, so I'm going to pull a few emoji cards to see any specific details that want to come through. So Spirit, anything else more specifically that makes these people jealous? So group 1, anything else? Okay, so we have the mushroom in reverse here. Let's see here, the dolphin. I feel like with all the things coming in reverse in this reading, I just feel like maybe this is someone you don't expect. It could be a hidden enemy for some of you. I hate saying that kind of stuff because I don't want to like cause any unnecessary paranoia. So only take that if it really resonates, please. I also keep seeing a bunch about clouds, like a storm. Maybe you caused a storm in someone's life and they're upset about it. But or you destroyed something. They're perceiving this destruction. Or maybe you have a secret that could cause destruction for somebody. I don't know. It's going to resonate a little differently for everybody here. The dolphins are about intelligence and intelligent communication especially. So they don't like your communication skills, especially with the King of Swords here as well. They're jealous of that. They're jealous of how you speak. You might speak with a lot of power, but also a lot of wit. Maybe you're really fast-paced communication. Maybe you can say things just really concisely and really well, something like that. Anything else, Spirit? So we have the castle. And look, there's a castle on the back of this card. And again, I was getting construction with that, so that's extra confirmation for whoever that might be. But it might be there. People are jealous of what you have built or what you have the potential to. And maybe this person or these people have claimed the credit for something you've built, and they don't like the fact that you actually built it. It threatens them. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 1. I hope this resonated. I hope this found the people it was meant to. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Especially if you want to let me know more about this situation and how this applies to your life. I always love reading about those things. And if you're new here and you liked this reading, you like Pick a Card Tarot readings in general, please consider subscribing. I make a lot of different Pick a Card Tarot readings over here on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page. So go check those out if you're interested. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye. Hi, group 2, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose this amethyst window stone today. So the topic for today's Pick a Card Tarot reading is, why are people jealous of you? What is it about you that makes others jealous, envious, all that good stuff? So let's go ahead and get started. So from the Norse mythology cards, we have Gerth, which says artfulness. But I mean, just looking at the image on this card, I mean, she's really sexy. She's really beautiful. So I do want to say there is something about your physical appearance that triggers jealousy. So you could be particularly curvaceous, be particularly good at makeup, be particularly good at hair. Just something about your body is very attractive, and I do feel like it does trigger a lot of jealousy and envy. I'm also getting something with the sword back here is really standing out here. So something about your mind, something about your intelligence, or the way you put words together triggers jealousy. But yeah, let's see here. We also have, I cannot pronounce that, but it says reflection. Okay, so that's more about your beauty. So I'm getting selfies for some of you here. I feel like maybe you just look so good in your selfies or pictures in general, that it triggers like a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy. I mean, look at the eagle's eye here. It's like almost making them angry, bitter with jealousy to look at your pictures. I don't know if some of you are like actually models with all of that in mind. And this is an eagle as well. So yeah, your intelligence and your beauty coming through very strongly here. Also, something about staying calm when things get rough. So some of you operate very calmly under pressure, or maybe like during arguments or fights or something, you keep your cool. And maybe that just makes people angry that you keep your cool. I don't know. I don't know why that's related to jealousy. Someone's jealous of that. I feel like maybe some of you attract friends really easily, or you have a really supportive friendship circle that others might be jealous of. But let's see here. So from the archetypes cards, we have dilettante. And the light attributes say delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. So that's 2 cards about arts, because this says artfulness. So something about your art, something that you create. For those of you who have traditional artistic talents like painting, she's painting right here, or pottery or music or something like that, people are very jealous of the work you create. Could be writing, but it doesn't have to be traditional art. It's something that you do, something that you build, something that you create. Creative energy can go a lot of different ways. It doesn't have to be art, but I mean, for a lot of you, maybe sewing and fashion as well is kind of coming through here. But yeah, there's maybe even an artful way you carry through your life. If that's not relevant, if you don't have a particular creative pursuit, although I bet most of you do. And we also have the pioneer, which says passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Okay, so your art again. You're very creative. You're very creative. And I feel like you put a lot of love into what you do. You put a lot of yourself, your soul. So it's a lot of creativity, because these are like orangish cards, right? The orange is like sacral chakra energy. That's the root of our creativity. And I feel like you operate from that space really well. Like you have a very unblocked, uncluttered sacral chakra, and it shows through in your art. And yeah, something that you make here. I'm also seeing bees. And bees are like about work and collaboration. So for those of you where your art and your artistic talents are actually being used to make money, maybe at your job or something, there's some sort of jealousy around that. Maybe some other artists are jealous that you are able to make money with your art, or you have a job where you get to use that skill. Even if that's not true, maybe some people just see that potential, or it could be inverse, where people might even be trying to steal your ideas to make money with them. Take it as it resonates for your situation. But I'm kind of getting jealous coworkers or something, or it's like other people that are jealous of what you do for work because it looks like fun to them. Like your career seems like fun. Like you just make money doing something easy and something fun, even if it's not something easy, right? Especially like art. Like people think, oh, that's just easy fun, you shouldn't be allowed to make money doing that. But like, you know, it takes skill, right? Lots of years of working on and perfecting your craft. So it's like people dismissing what you've worked on, your skill that you've developed. They think it's not worth anything because you make it look easy. And people don't like that. They're jealous of it. And from the animal spirit oracle, excuse me, we have the elephant. So your wisdom, your intelligence was already coming through here. So definitely something about your mind. You definitely have boss energy here. Even if you aren't actually a boss at your work or anything. Battle scars, you've been through some stuff. I guess that's kind of resonating with like what I was picking up on. You're able to stay calm during a storm. Remain cool and collected during a crisis. Let's see. You're also really focused. You're really dedicated. Like you're able to put hard work into something. And like I was saying, people want to dismiss that. They just want to say, oh, you just have a natural talent and you succeed, you make money off of that. And people want to just ignore the fact that it was hard work, that it was focus. They just want to be jealous and ignore, the fact that you, I don't know what I'm doing with this. that you actually put work into your craft, that you are actually skilled. But Spirit, can you tell us more? Also, your skin. Your skin is so good. Like, it's so good. People, I don't know. I feel like it just triggers people to want to make little critiques about your appearance in other ways. Like, they might say your hair's a little messy, or just like point out when things are a little bit flawed with you. But I just feel like it's because they're jealous of, like I was saying, your physical appearance in general, but your skin is so good and coming through here. You know what? I just noticed on this card, she has like 4 arms. So you're able to do a lot. You're able to handle more than most people. You're a good multitasker. That might threaten some people. But okay, anyway, Spirit, can you tell us more about why people are jealous of group number 2? Why are people jealous? You're so unbothered. Okay, so we have the 3 of Wands. That came up in group 1. So yeah, some of you are able to make money actually with your art. People do not like that. Or some other thing that you do. And it's like you always have new little projects coming. You always, it seems like you're always working on a lot of different things, and I guess that kind of goes with the multitasking I was just picking up on. But like you see all the little sprouts on these wands? Yeah, you just always have a bunch of little things in the works. People don't know what to expect from you. And I just feel like maybe some people are just jealous of the fact that you can handle so much and do so much. Like the fact that you have even the energy for it. Because this is looking like a light bulb right here. Like you have the energy, you have the ideas, you have the capacity, you have the internal power. And again, this fire here, this just reminding me of the sacral chakra again. So the star, so we have a lot of Aquarius energy with that, with the eagle and the star here. It doesn't have to be. It's just coming through. Again, peace, calm, collected. You're getting recognition for your art, especially, or your creative endeavor, whatever that might be, or otherwise it's the potential for that. And modeling's coming through. So I don't know. So someone here's a model. And it's just physical appearance stuff, especially, you know, your feminine areas, the front and the back. Some of you might just be really nicely shaped. Okay, so let's see here. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Independent success. Some of you really excuse me, might be entrepreneurs here and successful ones. Like you have a successful business with momentum going on here with the 3 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. People are jealous of maybe your financial freedom or your potential to attain it. Your forearms, I don't know what that is. Maybe some of you have a tattoo on your forearm, or if you're a male, maybe you have like really strong forearms or something. It's not a body part, I don't think, that's ever come through in a reading before, so that's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of breast area going on in these cards too. So some of you just might have a nice, we'll say chest area. Okay, so that's 9 of Pentacles in the world. Not only do you have all these little projects in the work, because you always have this creative inspiration and these ideas and all these little things that you're working on, you're able to take them to completion with the world. And I think people are jealous of that, because maybe other people have all these ideas and have these little things they're going on, but they don't finish them. You actually have the dedication and the drive to finish something, or to have developed your skill to a certain point. And just like, look at this card. Like, there's this like angry face side-eyeing her when she's just like feeling herself and being proud of herself for her accomplishments, and they're like, nah, you don't deserve that, you don't deserve that, but actually obviously you do. So yeah, people are just jealous that you're feeling yourself. And we have this eagle again, so higher intelligence, higher perspective, all that stuff. You carry yourself really well too. Some of you might just have very good posture. So like this model thing's coming through. Obviously most people here are probably not models, but it's just maybe you carry yourself with a lot of dignity. And you're poised, you have good posture, something like that. Okay, so Spirit, anything else that you want to let us know? Why are people jealous of group 2? Oh my god, that was the first card that came up in group 1. Except it was reversed. So we have the mushroom. And we have the ring. I feel like the mushroom's making me think that you embrace your failures or you embrace your shadow side or something like that. Like you're not afraid to show the parts that weren't perfect, you know? Like you're not afraid to show your struggle or the hard work you've put in over time to develop this skill or this art or whatever it was. I feel like people are just wanting to ignore it though. Like you're not hiding who you are. You're like authentically yourself, especially with the star here. You're unique. You're bold about it too, but humble at the same time. So the ring, you stick with it. Again, this dedication, you commit to things. You commit to people. You're loyal to your friends. You're loyal to your craft. And like I said, unbothered, right? Because diamonds like can't get scratched really, right? So you don't let things phase you. You don't let things bother you. You don't let setbacks harm you. Even those of you who have been through some really rough stuff, you keep going. Maybe you channel it into your art. Okay, we have the Christmas tree. Could be confirmation for some of you who are watching this during December, but again, this is creative gifts. I feel like you're generous. You're generous with these gifts too, and people are still jealous. How pathetic, right? And then we have the football, the American football. I don't know. Again, the stitching. You're stitching pieces together, and I know I was picking up on like sewing in the beginning, I think, but like you've put in the hard work. Some of you have scars to prove it too. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 2. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you thought in the comments down below, or even if it's just to let me know which group you were in, that's very appreciated. And if you're new here and you liked this reading, you like my style, and you kind of like pick a card tarot readings in general, please consider subscribing because you're very welcome here. And I make a lot of different pick a card tarot readings on this channel on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page. So go check those out if you're interested. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the rough piece of tourmaline today. So the topic for today's pick a card tarot reading is, why are people jealous of you? What traits about you inspire envy and jealousy among your haters, people in general, well, whoever, we're just gonna see. So let's get started. Okay, I feel like I want to start with your animal oracle this time. So we have the dragonfly. So I want to say your ability to kind of like aggressively speak your truth. Some of you might be very blunt and direct. People might be jealous of, it's like your ability to stand up for yourself or just to be honest. Like maybe some of you are just extremely honest, and I don't know why that's making people jealous here, but it is something about your speech. Also your ability to shift and pivot. Maybe some of you just are very powerfully able to defend yourself, your point, your loved ones, something like that. But dragonflies also, you know, they change direction really fast. So you're able to make decisions really quickly about your life, bounce back from hardships. And I also just feel like something about your speed in general is making people jealous here. So I don't know if that's literal, like some of you are like runners, sprinters, fast like that. I don't know, but let's see here. From the Norse mythology cards, we have Vali, which says reconciliation. Some of you might play a musical instrument, and you're really talented at it. And we have Sinmara, which says nightmare, and that is in reverse. So with this fast pivoting energy and just this I don't know. There's like an energy of like people have tried to harm you in your life. Like they've directly tried to harm you. They've tried to cut you down, and you still stay powerful. You still stay strong. Something about that. Like you don't let it get you down. You don't let it become this nightmare trauma that's destroying your life. So what's the word I'm looking for? Resilience. Um, People are very jealous of your resilience, especially obviously the people that tried to tear you down, and you still bounced back. You still got back up. You still stood back up. Uh, let me get the rest of these cards here. So we have Samaritan upright. So the light attribute says refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And companion, which says loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So it's not only your resilience. It's almost like this powerful spiritual love them anyway kind of energy. You know that Jesus teaching, turn the other cheek. Like people have tried to hurt you, or life's tried to kick you down, and you still remain loving. You still forgive them. I mean, obviously you don't stick around people that are hurting you, but like you love them from afar. You still rise above it. You don't stop being loyal and loving. And I think that's the most powerful thing you could be, the most powerful vibration you could be in. Like you don't back down from your authenticity. That's kind of what I was picking up in the very beginning with the dragonfly. You stand your ground. You remain true to who you are. And if who you are is a loving, giving, selfless, that is the word I'm looking for. Yes, selfless, loyal person, then no matter how much people try to harm you or cut that down, it doesn't turn you into a bitter, spiteful monster. It doesn't turn you into a nightmare to be around. You just get back up, you bounce back, and you stay loving, you stay strong, you stay powerful, you stay loyal and tenacious, as it says. So yeah, people are very jealous of that ability because honestly, there's probably nothing on this planet that requires more strength than, that level of integrity. So people are very jealous of that. Your ability to bounce back, your integrity. And obviously the exact words on this card, I'm being called to read them. So loyalty, people are jealous of your loyalty. They're jealous of your tenacity, and they're jealous of your unselfishness. So generosity, right? You could have nothing. Like, look how the character on this card looks almost destitute. Like they have nothing. But it's like, even when you have absolutely nothing, you still focus on giving. You still focus on fairness. Like you give more of yourself. And I just feel like jealous people hate this because they don't have the strength. Like it takes a lot of strength to be able to do that. So it probably triggers a lot of jealousy in a lot of different people. I'm also seeing a boiler furnace thing, like in a basement. Like, in Home Alone when he goes down to the basement and the furnace is there and he's scared of it? I have no idea what that means. So something about a furnace. Maybe some of you just seem to have this never-ending well of energy or love to give. No matter how much people take, it's still there. You are infinite, basically. Or at least that's how jealous people might perceive it. And just be careful, because obviously people who see that in you, they want to take because they see infinity in you. So they just want to take and take. Yeah, even when you have nothing, you still have more to give. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pull some tarot here. And also just with companion here, I just feel like maybe some people are jealous of not just the loyalty you have to your friends and family. I just feel like maybe some people they wish they could be closer to you. They wish they could be in your life more. Or this could be people that you've cut off that I'm picking up on. I don't know. It feels like a longing energy. Like they're longing to be closer to you. And I guess that involves a level of jealousy. You give a lot of yourself. Okay, Spirit, can you tell us more? Why are people jealous of my group number 3? Something about modest clothing is coming through here. So maybe you're still like attractive, even if you don't wear really revealing things, and that might trigger some jealousy in some people. So we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse here. I feel like people don't know how much money you have or your stability. Some of you really might not have that much. You might come from very humble beginnings or live a kind of humble lifestyle, and you still give more. You still give. Or even if you do have more, like you have, you know, your full bag, you have your full Ten of Pentacles, you still kind of live in a humble sort of way. Like you're not showing off your wealth, if that's the case for you. Because I feel like you don't see wealth as money and possessions and, you know, luxury items and things you show off to other people. I feel like you see wealth as, well, companionship. You see wealth as family. You see wealth as love, you know, an open heart, things to give. Some of you might just have a really cool pet as well that people are jealous of. That's a random extra thing to come in here. I'm also seeing like a fish, like a fish carcass, like the bones of the fish. I don't know what that means. Just like the boiler, I don't know what that means. I don't know if some of you are really good cooks, you're good at cooking seafood or fishing in general, because dragonflies usually are around lakes where there's fish. I don't know. That could be Pisces energy as well, or a Pisces might be particularly jealous of you. So we have Judgment in reverse here. Let's see here. You're not judgmental. You're humble. Two of Swords in reverse. You're forgiving. You protect yourself and your loved ones, but you still forgive. You don't let people get to you. You don't let people stop you from being you and being the love that you are. So we have the Two of Swords. We have this turn the other cheek energy and the Page of Pentacles. Still giving, still going, still, again, resilience. Resilience keeps coming through very strongly here. I feel like that really triggers jealousy in people who are kind of weak, people who just like give up and get super stressed out and angry over the tiniest little hiccups. And then they see you, who has been through like actual bad shit, and you keep going and you keep giving and you keep being powerful. So yeah, it triggers jealousy because it makes weak people acknowledge and see their own weakness. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Patience. Patience, dedication. I do feel like you are a very dedicated person. The alarm clock. And then we have the Devil. The sailboat and the golf clubs. Your willingness to leave situations, people, toxic people, workplaces especially that aren't serving you, that are harming you. You're willing to leave, but you're not holding resentment when you leave, if that kind of makes sense. If some of you have struggled with addictions, things like that, I feel like maybe you left the other people who were involved in that kind of lifestyle, and they're, you know, they're jealous that you made it out and you've healed and you've become stronger and better. And if it's not like an addiction, you know, just other negative lifestyle traits. Maybe some of you just, like I said, you came from humble beginnings. Maybe you worked your way out of that. Something like that. And again, there's a lot of this water fishing kind of energy. Fish lakes. You know, in the runes, the Lagos rune, it means lake. And that's about unconditional love, subconscious power, psychological power. So maybe a lot of you also just have a lot of psychological awareness, insight. Maybe some of you have studied that. Maybe some of you are actually psychologists in here. And I feel like that knowledge helps you understand people, even people who are hurting you or acting really low vibrationally. And I feel like maybe that's what helps you forgive and move forward and love them, or love them from afar. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 3. I hope this resonated. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you thought in the comments below, or even just comment to let me know which group you were in. That's always appreciated. If you're new here and you like my style and you like pick a card tarot readings, please consider subscribing. You are very welcome here. I make a lot of different pick a card tarot readings on a variety of topics, which you can find categorized under the playlist tab on my channel page. So go check those out if you're interested. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!